everybody, welcome back to another video. First off, before I start, I'm sorry for being a little late. I had a lot going on today, but I still wanted to cover this topic, so let's begin. This is my first episode of the Nintendo podcast. I do Nintendo things here. Obviously, this is unofficial and all that, but it's a new idea I have. Alright, so today, 6/18th, June 18th, 2024, a new Nintendo Direct dropped today, and I watched the entire thing today, and I'm just gonna tell you guys what I think about the whole thing, my genuine reaction about all of these games. I won't mention all of them because there's a lot of them that are just like being ported to Switch or I just don't really care much about. So I'm just gonna talk about the big first party releases. First off, so let's start simple with the Mario Party. There's a new Mario Party coming out this year, October 17th. They're creating a new Mario Party, and I'm honestly pretty excited. 110 in the trailer, they said they have 110 mini games with it. Plus, there's this 20-player mode, which is insane. You know, most Nintendo games offer 8 players max, even online. So this is just excluding games like Fortnite, but I'm extremely excited. This is not gonna be the best part of it, but I am definitely. I think I might play it for a few videos and stuff. It definitely seems interesting. Seems a little new, you know. There's been a lot. There hasn't been much maps in the newest Mario Party games, so they fixed that because they added 7 maps. 2 of them are from older games though, so I guess they added 5 maps and they added one from Mario Party 1 and one from Mario Party 2. So that's pretty exciting. And it comes out this year, so they've been like working on this for a while. Because usually when they do stuff like this, it comes out like in a year or two. But this time it's coming out in literal months. So that's kind of exciting. Next up, something that I probably should have started with. After all of these years, they finally announced, like more officially, they finally can talk more about Metroid Prime 4. They said that it's going to be releasing by 2025, and I am excited for it. I haven't been too much of a Metroid fan, but it's crazy to think that all of these years we've been waiting, all 7 years of the Nintendo Switch being a thing, I thought it would release on the Nintendo Switch 2 as like a release game, but it's releasing on the Nintendo Switch. And that is just so exciting. Because, you know, there's a lot of Metroid fans, and besides that one game, I think it's called Metroid Prime, no, Metroid Dread. Besides Metroid Dread, there hasn't been much new Metroid content in a while. I'm excluding Metroid Prime Remastered, though. Because, you know, that's not new content. So it's great. Metroid fans have kind of been lacking. Metroid has been kind of been lacking in the past few years. I'm glad to see that it's getting a return. Next up, Mario and Luigi Brothership. This one's definitely gonna be fun. So if you've been a Nintendo fan for a while, you probably know about those old Mario and Luigi RPGs that used to exist. There was a lot of them. I think I had one for the 3DS, if I'm correct. I don't exactly remember what console it was on. It's great that they're bringing it back because I saw a comment on that specific trailer for the game saying something about they think that it's a renaissance of Mario RPG games. And that's not wrong. Like, you know, last year we got Mario RPG, the remaster, and this year we're getting a new Mario and Luigi RPG. So I'm excited. It looks pretty fun. It's actually a new game instead of like a port or something. So that's definitely going to be fun. All right. That releases sometime. I forgot. I think it was, November 7th. And that is definitely going to be fire. I don't have too much to say about it. But, alright, so this one's just going to be it. Actually, no. So it looks like a fun game where you, like, travel and you're trying to get home or something. Back to the Mushroom Kingdom. I didn't pick up too much from the trailer since it's just an announcement trailer. But it's definitely a new 3D look at the Mario and RPG style that they used to have so often. I actually watched the Nintendo Direct with Nightcat, and he said that he wanted like a Bowser game, and he was definitely excited for this one. It was his favorite out of all of them. It makes sense. It seems like great. We haven't seen one of these games in a long time now, and I'm glad they're actually making one on Switch. Honestly, I thought we might have to wait until the Switch 2. Switch wouldn't have any of those games, but well, seems that didn't happen. We actually get a Mario RPG game, and I found that awesome. Next up, small, tiny little segment. I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch sports content. The basketball, I've always loved basketball. I like basketball a lot. It's one of my favorite sports. So it's nice that they finally added another sport to Nintendo Switch sports because it's kind of lacking compared to Wii Sports. So that's all I have to say about that. That's releasing this summer. Next up is something that released today. Um, Here's the things that are releasing today. I'm going to talk about one thing. First off, they added a Metroid game. I forgot which one, and they also added The Legend of Zelda: Four Swords to the Switch's expansion pass, I think. Plus, there's another game on Nintendo 64 that I forgot about. But yeah, there's a lot going on there. And honestly, I don't have too much to say about that. But next up is technically not a first party release. I know I said I'd only talk about first party releases. But now we're going to be talking about the Among Us trailer. This one came out today as well. There's 3 new rules in Among Us. If I'm correct, there's the noisemaker, where the noisemaker, after it dies from the imposter, he makes a lot of noise and just alerts the other players that they have died, which is definitely interesting. There's also this tracker that can track people. Pretty straightforward, but definitely an interesting role and a lot different than the roles we have now, or we had, I guess. I did not expect to see Among Us in the direct though. That was definitely a surprise start. Because if I remember correctly, that was the first thing. Next up is my favorite part, and that's a new Zelda game. And this time, all of the parents, all of those older people that say, "Are you playing a Zelda right now?" while you're playing a Zelda game, could actually be correct. Because this game features Zelda as the main character, the character you play as, the protagonist. And it's definitely interesting, it's pretty new, and I think it'll be exciting to actually be able to play as Zelda. For sure, in like Hyrule Warriors and stuff, you could play as Zelda. But like, to this extent, where the entire game is focused on Zelda saving her kingdom instead of Link saving Zelda, and they both save the kingdom. You know, also there's this whole thing about I like the little Tri dude, the little Tri spirit. He's pretty cool. I don't know too much about the game since it's just another release trailer. But this year, I have one thing to say about this game, and I will say a little bit of a volume warning because this is an extreme reaction. This year, I thought it would be like a few years. Like, Tears of the Kingdom didn't release like 3 years ago. Tears of the Kingdom released just over a year ago now. We're already getting a new Zelda game. This is a new Zelda game. This is not even like a remake or anything. Completely new, completely fresh Zelda game. And I think it's awesome that we actually are getting more content. Because obviously we all knew that something Zelda related would be in the direct. There's been leaks of that. But I didn't expect it to be a new game. I expected it to be like a Wind Waker remake or something. Which, by the way, Nintendo, you gotta work on that, even if it's for the Switch too. Come on, come on. We need Wind Waker on the Switch. We also need Twilight Princess. Thank you. But it's crazy to think that they already are releasing more content for that. And are they like speeding through this whole thing? Because like, I don't know how long they've been working on this project. We all know. And I found it crazy that they're actually doing this. So basically, the game focuses on Link. So Link tried to save Zelda as per usual. You know, killed Ganon, the usual, as the normal Zelda game plays out. But Link gets trapped in some sort of vortex, dark shadow realm portal thing. And so does a lot of the kingdom. So Zelda tries to save the kingdom from whatever this darkness and shadow stuff is. I do not know too much about it. And then Zelda meets this like little star phantom creature that gives her a tri-wand or something. And it seems awesome because you can like copy things. Like you could basically copy and paste items. And I find that cool. It's actually really cool how they're actually doing that. Because like, their whole thing with this game is everybody will have a different play experience, which I guess is already true with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but this one's a little different. It's in the same animation style as the Wind Waker, not Wind Waker. What's the game name? Link's Awakening remake. And that's a pretty cool style to be honest. I liked that style when Wind Waker. Oh, I keep saying Wind Waker. Uh, when Link's Awakening came out, so pretty cool. This whole echoes of. Oh, by the way, I should probably tell you what the name is. The name of this new Zelda game is The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and basically you could create echoes of anything you want, even enemies. Like you could use enemies to fight alongside you, which I find is cool because I don't think they've ever done that in a Zelda game. Last time I checked. Obviously, I'm not a 100% Zelda veteran. I've only played some of the games. But I do not think they've done anything like this, and I find it quite interesting that they're actually doing something that is extremely different. Zelda has a wand and something, and stuff an actual instead of how the normal game plays out with Link, getting the Master Sword and all that. We've seen in the trailer that we see some familiar faces, all that, like the Deku Tree and stuff. It looks awesome, and I'm definitely going to be playing it for a series on this channel. Now, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing and liking. It helps push me on the algorithm. And if you guys want me to do more Nintendo content, just talking about Nintendo in general on this podcast, I will. But if you guys have any recommendations, just let me know. Bye!